Hello all, how are you? Hope you all loved the last week's dish, which is Maggi cheese kebab. We hope that you have tried this dish. So this week we are trying another authentic Indian dishes from the North India, especially from the state of Punjab, which is butter chicken. Butter chicken is one of the most famous Indian meat curries, which has even fled to England. So today we are going to cook that butter chicken. So we are going to make it more tastier, more classic and more authentic by adding our few special extra ingredients. So let's look at the recipe for butter chicken. So for the recipe butter chicken, let's start with chopping the onions. So let's start with placing a cooking pan. So for this recipe we are using a wide bottom pan. Let's start by adding 2 green chilies to it. Frying the green chilies in the oil initially releases a flavor to the oil which is slightly pungent, slightly spicy. So for once the chilies are fried enough, let's add our finely chopped onions. Fry these onions until they turn translucent and then further golden brown. You could add about half a teaspoon of sugar to this. So that will quicken up the process of caramelization and it also gives a beautiful color to the onions. So adding turmeric gives a beautiful color and also a unique taste to the curry. So I'm using red chili powder to this. Fry this for about 1 minute and then add the ginger garlic paste to the curry. So we are adding a good amount of ginger garlic because this serves as one of the bases for the gravy. So to the frying mixture, I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of ground cumin powder. We are adding puree tomato to this. So I've added tomato puree of about 3 big sized tomatoes to this. So the whole mixture started frying now and the oil started separating. If you could see, the oil started separating from the sides. So now we've got about 1 kilo of chicken. This has got breast, thighs, and it's with the bone on. I always prefer chicken with bones because the bone marrow of the chicken has beautiful flavors to it which are released for once they're cooked. So give it a good stir until all the pieces of the chicken get coated equally to the frying masala. Giving it a stir once in every 3 to 4 minutes so that you will not burn the bottom. That is when we will be adding salt to it. It's important that we add salt only at this stage because now the meat starts opening up. So now we'll start adding the other ingredients. Slowly adding milk. You can go for a full fat milk because I want the meat to start absorbing the milk instead of cooking in the milk. So I've used about 2 cups of milk for this. I'm adding about 15 whole cashew nuts to the dish. So it's now time to add about half a cup, which is about 30 ml of curd, and give it a good stir. So the reason why we are doing this is we don't want the curdle to curdle and remain in small pieces. So I've got here about coconut extract of the coconut milk extract of roughly 1.5 coconuts. So this is the thick milk that we are adding now to the curry. Let the meat absorb the coconut milk for about 2 minutes. So just leave it about that. 1.5 cups of water to the cooking meat. This helps everything dissolve and also gives us an opportunity to check curry leaves play a very important role in the Indian savory dishes. So for once we've added the curry leaves, give it a good stir and close the lid. Let's add 3 green slit green chilies to the curry and spice to the curry. So now I'm adding a spice powder mix to this. So now adding the spice powder mix to the curry. Give it another good stir. So now leave it to cook for about another quick 5 minutes. One of our main ingredients, that is butter. So I've added about 100 grams of butter to this. Add the final ingredient, which is the fresh cream. Let's add some fresh coriander to the curry. Chop the coriander. Add the coriander to the curry. And give it a good stir. So now let's add the garam masala. Give it a stir. So now keep the lid on and cook it for about roughly 2 minutes on a low flame And that's it. We are done with the butter chicken.